The spiritual dangers of hustle culture. Hey, what's up? It's Patrick. It's Rose via Fire, and I pray this message reaches who it needs to reach. So let's talk about the spiritual dangers of hustle culture, man. Know what I'm saying? One thing about hustle culture, bro, is that it could get real toxic, man. Know what I'm saying? Hustle culture could get real toxic. Oh yeah, they pushing like you hustle and you hustle and you hustle and you hustle. And you might hustle yourself into a heart attack, man. You might hustle yourself into the early grave. You might hustle yourself into a what? A early grave. You might hustle yourself into a high blood pressure. I'm trying to tell you, bro. They saying you hustle and you hustle and you hustle and you hustle until you become a ghost. Yeah, bro, you might hustle yourself into the afterlife now. Trying to tell you, bro, the spiritual dangers of like this hustle culture, bro, is like it leaves no room to just trust God, bro. It leaves no room to just let God move, bro. Leaves zero room for God to move, bro. Know what I'm saying? It puts everything into your own control, and it's leaving zero room for God to move, bro. And sometimes, bro, in life, bro, you gotta let God move, bro. You gotta give God room, bro, to move, bro. Even when it comes to like chasing the goals and the things that God wants you to chase. Because a lot of these people who would be promoting that hustle culture stuff, they're not even chasing the stuff that God wants them to chase. You know what I'm saying? They're not even chasing the dreams that God wants them to chase. It's as though these people is just hustling for the world, bro. They're just hustling. And that could literally like destroy you, bro. Like that could destroy your physical body depending on how much you really like overworking yourself. Know what I'm saying? That could bring stress to your brain, bro. Stress to your body, bro. Know what I'm saying? Stress kills, bro. Stress kills. Know what I'm saying? Stress kills, and it could really bring stress to your body, stress to your mind. And it's like it's like people listening to all these hustle culture mentalities and these hustle culture gurus and this and that, bro. But a lot of these hustle culture gurus and all these people, bro, these hustle culture coaches and all these people, whatever they want to call themselves, bro, they have them. They go by a lot of names, bro. But like, look though, when you're listening to all these people, man, like, I'm noticing these people don't even have a relationship with God, bro. I'm noticing these people just spewing stuff. They just saying stuff. They don't even have a relationship with God. They don't even trust God, bro. They don't leave room for God in any way to move or to help them and this and that, bro. Because these people ain't even walking with God. So okay, how can God help people who is chasing a path that God don't even want them to chase, bro? A lot of these people is chasing their own path. They not chasing God's path. So of course, they gonna tell you hustle, 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 hustle. Leave no room for God, because God is not gonna help them to live a life that is against God, bro. You know, a lot of these people be worldly, so they live in a worldly lifestyle and they chasing dreams and goals that God don't even want them to chase. Now I say God has like a totally different set of dreams and goals that he wants them to chase. You know what I'm saying? But by them not really wanting to follow God's way, and by them wanting to follow their own way, it's like they end up in this hustle culture mentality where they pretty much just kick God out of their life, and they preach the same message to other people. Nah, bro, no, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you on your own in that one, bro. You on your own, bro. You on your own, bro. Don't even preach that to other people. Just because you don't want to follow God's plan for your life, and you want to follow like your own path, and you want to kick God out of your life, and you want to just hustle, 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 and you don't even want to invite God to your life and really change your ways so God could give you a different path, to whereas you leave room for God to move in your life, it's like the whole process is just backwards, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm trying to explain it. It's like the reason why a lot of these people be talking about hustle culture, hustle culture, hustle culture, is because they literally live in a life where they have already kicked God out of their life. They don't want God in their life. So that's why they cannot leave room for God to move in their life, because God is not going to move in their life, because the direction that they are headed is against God. So they have zero right, bro, to really be pushing this stuff of like the hustle culture to anybody else, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. These people have no right to be pushing that stuff to other people. What if other people want to follow God's path? They cannot apply the same worldly mentality to God's path, bro. This is the thing, bro. It's like a lot of people who want to follow God, it's like, bro, they be applying these worldly mentalities to the walk with God. It doesn't work, bro. You're not following the world like these people. That's why these people cannot leave room for God in their life, because they already knowing that God is not going God did not even ordain for them to be going that direction. So how can they leave room for God? God is not going to help them in that room, bro. They will have to first fully give up that whole lifestyle, and they will have to fully give up on that path, and they will have to come over here and follow God's path. And then they will have to, don't get me wrong, you still got to work hard, even in God's kingdom. You still got to put in the work, right? But don't be overworking and over hustling to the point that, bruh, it's not even good for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to still, you know, you got to put in the work, but at the same time, you got to leave room for God, bro, as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to leave room for God, bro. Now, there's nothing wrong with working hard, bro. But like there's a line, bro, between working hard and just literally just working yourself to death, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, sometimes that line could get blurry, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes that line could get blurry, but it's like, bro, we gotta learn how to like leave room for God and trust God, bro. Especially when we're walking on God's path, you know what I'm saying? And we're not doing our own thing, bro. Because, bro, like I said, bro, when you're doing your own thing, bro, you can't even leave room for God, bro, because God is not even a part of that, bro. He's not going to come to your rescue, and he's not going to come and help you when you're doing your own thing, bro. You will have to first change, bro. You know what I'm saying? God is not going to follow you, bro. We got to follow God. God is not going to follow us, bro. So this whole like idea of the hustle culture, bro, this stuff is like, this stuff could get real toxic, bro, and it could get dangerous, and it could just lead to just self-destruction, bro, just destroying your health, bro, destroying your body and this and that, bro, leaving no room to trust God, bro. Like, bro, it could get real dangerous, man, you know what I'm saying? Because now it's just going to bring stress to your brain, stress to your heart, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're doing too much, bro. You're doing too much, bro. Instead of like doing your part and then leaving room for God to do his part. That's the healthy way to do it. You do your part and then you leave room for God to do his part. But you first of all gotta be following God's path. You know what I'm saying? And these people, man, they ain't even following God's path. So that they will have to first change, bro. And that's why it's very important for us to not apply these worldly techniques and these worldly mindsets to our walks with God, bro. It doesn't work. We cannot apply worldly techniques and worldly mindsets to the walk with God. It doesn't work, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say about this topic right here, man. You know what I'm saying? The spiritual dangers of the hustle culture, bro. It could get dangerous, man. You know what I'm saying? It could just lead to just, you could mess up your health, bro. You could just stress yourself out. Stress kills. I mean, it really does, bro. What more can I say, bro? But hey, bro. And then on top of that, bro, these people ain't even following God's path, bro. When you're not following God's path, bro, you're pretty much just following a path that's going to lead to your destruction anyway, bro. So it's like, it's so many dangers, bro, of just this hustle culture mentality and just really not wanting to follow God's way and God's path, bro. It's just so many dangers to it, you know what I'm saying? And we gotta learn how to follow God's path first of all, and then when we doing work for God, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with working hard, bro. But like there's that line, bro, where you overworking now, you know what I'm saying? And we gotta not be stepping over that line, and we gotta really like just do what we can, you know what I'm saying? Work hard, but at the same time, leave room for God, bro. Leave room to have faith in God, bro. Leave room to trust God. Leave room for what God is, leave room for what God can do in your life. Stuff you can't even do for yourself. But you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much everything that I wanted to say on that one right there. Peace.